a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes.
And welcome in studio with us. Greatly appreciate you spending some time with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We've seen an uptick in calls lately. Greatly appreciate everybody supporting the program and supporting all of our expert contributors, the consumer advocate, business owners, and all types of great CPAs, financial advisors, home service providers, self-defense experts. So many different ways we help you here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. But it's up to you to engage with us. You can reach us on the hotline at 727-263-3707. You can call or text the show hotline anytime, and it's an off-air number, 727-263-3707, and look forward to catching up with you there. Also, consumerqb.com is your number one resource. You know, I implore you to check it out. There's a lot of things happening on the website. You can see previous shows and videos, and, of course, engage with us. You can submit an email form from the website as well. It comes right through to me. So we're going to make sure we get right back to you. We got Andrew Kube back on the show, US Commercial and Business Capital, talking about your business needs for financing and some of the government programs available. Really awesome company, and does a great job out there for our listeners. Also, Rocky Rochford for Congress. He's running for Congress. We're going to talk with him, and Shane Socash as well. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin on the program today. I want to remind you about our event coming up. We always invite you to our gratitude parties. It's a free event. Come on out Friday, September 27th over at the Tarpon Turtle in Tarpon Springs. It's always a great time, Alex. We like going out there and enjoying and meeting the folks and doing some networking.
Always a good time. Every time every single month you get a chance to hang out with us, and we've been switching it up, going to different places, so you see different spots in the the Bay Area, which is the best place to work and play, right?
That's right. Tampa Bay, greatest place in Florida and the United States to live, work, and play. Come on out. Save the date. Friday, September 27th, 6 o'clock. Tarpon Turtle right here in Tampa Bay. We're going to have boat rides going on as well. We're going to have our boats there, networking, food, drinks provided. Come on out and join us. And we're going to talk with Andrew Kube here in just a moment. Before we do, a couple of hot listings here in Tampa Bay. We got to talk about 221 Howard Drive, one of my favorite listings right now. $3 million listing. Aaron Foley on the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. 221 Howard Drive, Bel Air Beach. 5 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3,500 square foot single family home. You have a gorgeous 3-island kitchen with Thermador appliances, saltwater pool, 100 feet of water frontage, and you are just 1 block from the beach. Great opportunity to own real estate right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. All right, let's take you up to North Florida here, Gainesville, Florida, Archer Place. We've got 92 pre-construction luxury condos up in Gainesville, and this is a beautiful project here in Gainesville, Florida. You're 1.5 miles from the campus. You're 5 minutes to Shands Medical and UF Health and the Butler Plaza as well. You're going to have 16 one-bedrooms, 54 two-bedrooms, 3 three-bedrooms, and 19 penthouses with private pools as well. Great opportunity to own real estate and a great investment, short-term rental opportunity in Gainesville, Florida. Archer Place Residences. The address is 3101 Old Archer Road, and we've got many, many units available for sale. We're over 25% sold there. So great opportunity to get into the real estate space. Now is the time. We've got great mortgage providers that can get you pre-approved and get that great rate for you, lock in a rate, and reach out to the show. We'd love to talk to you. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
Yeah, I'm raising my glass to those saving our ass overseas.
That's right. And also shout out to Lee's Royal Services. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties. Lee'sRoyalServices.com. Check them out online. Lee'sRoyalServices.com. Home and office cleaning, handyman service, Lee'sRoyalServices.com. Make sure you let them know the real estate quarterback sent ya. All right, Andrew Kube back on the program here, U.S. Commercial and Business Capital. Andrew, I hear you're pretty busy out there writing some loans and taking care of some of our listening audience and also other folks that are in business.
Absolutely, Brandon. Thanks for having me on the show again, Alex. What we've been doing here at U.S. Commercial and Business Capital, on one side of our business, we've been helping business owners. It's probably where I have the most passion. I help people start businesses. I help people buy other businesses, help people get the money to grow their existing business, as well as franchise. And so the government through the SBA has set aside $5 million for every small business. So what we do is we help them buy real estate, get cash, money for equipment, consolidate high interest rate business debt, and we help them grow their business.
I love it. Yeah.
And what we do is, because of all my relationships that I have throughout the country with I would say 30 to 40 lenders on the SBA side, and then another 30 bankers in the Tampa Bay area, we help our clients get the best terms, the best interest rate at the lowest cost that's available in the market. And so I use all my relationships and leverage those to help business owners find the cheapest money to grow their business, or to buy a business or franchise, or to start a business. And so on the other side of our business, we help investors. And I have the same relationships. Somebody's out there trying to buy a residential property, whether it's a fix or flip or a buy and hold or a commercial property, and it can be any type of property out there. We have relationships to be able to take the client's information, take the property's information, reach out to all of our resources, and find out who's interested in the loan, but also to find out who's going to give our client the best deal. And so all of these relationships that I have know that I'm sending this out to multiple people, so they're going to be as competitive as they can. And then what we do is, the best relationship for the client's going to win. Who's going to get the deal closed, who's going to give our client the best deal out there, and who will not only work with our client on this project, but any future projects they might have.
Right, yeah.
That's
a lot more
in
than
a nutshell. We're really a one-stop shop for anybody that needs money.
Yeah, it's a lot more than just the rate. In many cases, it's the type of terms, it's the length of the terms, how you can amortize the loan. Talk a little bit about some of the strategy that you've seen in that regard.
So, you're talking about on the investment side?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, basically, I would say a lot of the investors that we work with, they're just looking for the property they're going to get the highest rate of return on their money, whether it's a residential property or a commercial property. And, it can be a multifamily property, which is 5 units or more. It can be a residential property, investment property, which is considered 1 to 4 units, or it can be other properties like triple net lease properties, where you might buy a property to rent out to a national company that's going to sign a long-term lease. So I see a lot of different strategies, but everything comes back to the rate of return on the money, on the investment. They call it the ROI. So
yeah, it sure does. Andrew Kube here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rimes, and commercial real estate is just a great area to explore and to get into. A lot of times when I teach classes, I'll talk to the residential agents, and they'll have total misconceptions or just a lack of understanding about the commercial real estate space, and they're somewhat intimidated by it. Andrew, have you kind of dealt with that before? Have you seen real estate agents kind of say, "Oh, well, I don't do commercial," or "I'm not well versed enough to deal with it"?
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. I've seen that not only from residential real estate agents, but also residential loan officers. As a residential real estate agent or loan officer, you have a client there that's buying a house. Well, that client, if they're not savvy, you might ask them a couple more questions. Hey, I see that you're a business owner. Do you own your commercial real estate, or do you currently lease that space? Or, hey, I see that you invest in commercial property. Are you looking to buy any more? And so what I see is the residential realtors and the residential loan officers, sometimes they are scared. They don't understand it, so they don't ask a couple more questions that could really help that client out even more. So that's kind of what I see. I saw that, when rates went up, a lot of residential realtors they were calling me wanting to try to understand commercial loans and how they all work, so they could now, have some other avenues of income coming in. But yeah, so I see that there's a knowledge issue there where they're scared to take it to the next step and ask a couple more questions because they don't know anything about it.
Right. Yeah, the lack of understanding there. And Andrew, talk us through a scenario. I think you gave a really cool scenario one day when you were talking about, I think it was a tow truck company. Let's try to paint the picture for some of our business owners out there, some of the entrepreneurs, what's possible, because the government has set aside up to $5 million for every small business in America. And most people don't really understand that or how they can utilize some of those funds.
Well, the best way to utilize that is by buying real estate for your business. I always heard when I came from the residential business, so people always said your house is the biggest investment that you'll ever make in your life. Well, if you're a business owner, the commercial real estate that you purchase is the best that you could take, because think about it. If I'm a business owner and I'm 55 years old and I'm leasing a property for $5,000 a month, I'm paying out $60,000 a year. That's a swing of $120,000 a year. If I've been there for 10 years, that's over $1 million that somebody else got that I didn't get. And so, the way that it works is whether you're working out of your house, whether you're renting, there's different programs, or whether you want to start a business, there's different programs out there for you to be able to buy commercial real estate for your business for little or no money down. And I'll take an example. I had a dentist that he was leasing out his location, and he wanted to buy commercial real estate for his business, and he found a $1.5 million property. He needed, for the new location, there was some new equipment that he needed to help drive in more clients, and so we got him equipment for $200,000. He had a high interest rate business credit card that he wanted to pay off, so we're able to include that in the loan, as well as he was able to walk away with working capital around $100,000 to be able to cover any new employees that he had to pay for them. They gave him some money for marketing as well as to cover employee expenses while he opened up the new location, because he was growing, right? And so he bought a $1.5 million property and got $400,000 at the closing, and he put no money down. He paid for the appraisal and the environmental, which he didn't need. And he was able to do that because he was leasing. And so what the SBA will do, this is an SBA 7A program, they will take a look at your net you have to be in business for 2 years for the no money down program. You have to show a profit on your tax returns, and you have to have about a 660 credit score or higher. And then what we do is we look at the client's net profit. So let's say you had a business that made $1 million. They wrote off $900,000, and they showed a profit of $100,000. There was no add backs, meaning no depreciation to add back in. So they just made $100,000 on paper, and then they were paying $5,000 a month in rent, or $60,000 a year. We take that $100,000. Now we're adding back the $60,000 because that is going away, right? They're not going to be renting anymore. They're going to be owners. So we add that $60,000 back towards their income. We take that $160,000 and we multiply it by about 8.5 times. So if I had a calculator out, I'd take 160 times 8.5. That equals $1.36 million. So in that scenario, that business owner qualifies for a $1.36 million loan for no money down. Well, what if they find a property for $1 million they want to buy? Now they have $360,000 left over to get money for equipment, to pay off high interest rate business credit card, to do rehab to the property, and to walk away with working capital to grow their business. So that's a great way that they can utilize the $5 million. Now, they said, okay, well, now we want to do a second location. 8 months later, the dentist called me back and said, hey, I'm looking to do a second location. Well, the second location is 10% down. But you end up walking away with more money than you started with. So that dentist bought $1 million property the second go around. We got him the $200,000 we needed for equipment. That he needed for equipment, $100,000 in working capital. So now we're at 1.3, right? $1 million to buy the property and $300,000 to grow the business. Well, he basically found so he did a loan for $1.3 million. He put 10% down, which was $130,000 on the second go around. But he walked away with the difference.
Yeah.
So every time that he's growing, he's walking away with more money than he started.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that's
powerful.
how he grows and uses that $5 million. Now, if you're leasing and you need the money to grow your business, let's say you're a restaurant, there's no property for sale, and you have to be on Del Mabry to be successful. Then in that situation, we can still help you out and get money to, if you have an empty shell, you can do a build out. You can still get the money for equipment, working capital, and do it that way as well. The difference is when you lease the property, it's a 10-year amortization, and when you buy the property, it's a 25-year amortization. So once you look at what that loan payment is going to be on, let's say it's a $500,000 loan, and then you're having to pay a lease. Most of the times when you look at that, the payment's going to be less if you own the property.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You're amortizing it. You're stretching out the payment a lot longer. Andrew, how do you want people to connect with you, my friend?
The best way to connect is by giving me a call or visiting the website. Phone number is 727-296-8650. And the email and the website is USCB, USC for commercial, B for business, and the word capital spelled out. So it's uscbcapital.com.
uscbcapital.com, U.S. Commercial and Business Capital. Andrew Kube, Consumer Quarterback Show. Andrew, thanks for joining us, and thanks for those explanations and really unique advantages there for business owners. Appreciate you bringing that to the show today.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Take care. Have a good one. All right, taking a quick break. We're going to come back here and talk more consumer advocacy on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online. We'd love to connect with you at BrandonRimes1 at CQB Show. And please subscribe to our channels, Rumble and YouTube channel, by searching the Consumer Quarterback Show. We'll be right back.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rimes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 727-263-3707. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hey, cool cats. Summer's definitely started here in Florida. The only question is, are you hot or are you too hot? Here at Pool & Coolin', our goal is to keep you cool. We do AC repairs, full system replacements, and whatever else it takes to provide you with superior service. With over 150 years of experience, our technicians are fast, honest, and dependable. Pool & Coolin', we'll keep you cool. Call now, 855-955-COOL. That's 855-955-COOL.
Lindsay Rimes here with Archer Place in Gainesville, Florida. Our luxury condo community is located only 1.5 miles from the University of Florida, 5 minutes to Shands Medical and Butler Plaza. Our buyers love the high-end luxury amenities in their building, including a state-of-the-art fitness facility equipped with Pelotons, the resort-style temperature-controlled pool accompanied with cabanas and grills, and the gourmet chef's kitchen in our clubhouse that overlooks the pool. We have pre-construction pricing only for a limited time, with floor plans ranging from a 1-bedroom, 1-bath to 2-floor penthouses with plunge pools. Starting in the low 400,000s to the high 900s, investors, parents sending their young adults off to school, medical professionals, business owners, and entrepreneurs alike are investing in these residences. Reach out to us today at 727-263-3707 to get more information.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, Brandon Rimes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And I got to tell you about Solar Bear. I believe in solar technology, the photovoltaic energy from the sun. We've got 52 panels on our home, and I recommend solarbear.com. Talk to Blake Ambrester over at solarbear.com. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. They give free estimates. You can call them directly as well. Solarbear.com. Take control of your energy bill today. Say yes to solar. Solarbear.com. Make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. All right, a couple of hot listings here for this segment. We got a couple of great listings here. Let's start in St. Petersburg at 719 7th Street North. This one's recently reduced. Brand new price here. Owner motivated. And this is a beautiful property. Single-family home. Got beautiful curb appeal. 1,300 square foot single-family home. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, plus a bonus room. You're on a brick street. So in the highly sought-after historic Uptown District. You're close to downtown St. Pete, close to the beaches. Lots of updates and upgrades here. Stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, and a great opportunity to own real estate close to downtown St. Petersburg. 719 7th Street North, St. Pete. 15435 Southwest 33rd Street in Ocala, Florida. Ocala, we've got several listings in Ocala now. This one is about a 5-acre plot. It's zoned A1. So, yes, we sell vacant land. We sell commercial. We sell residential properties as well. 3-bedroom, 2-bath that is existing, and it's 75% complete. So you're walking into a property that already is almost built, and you've just got to finish it. You got about 25% of work left to be done. You got a new well, septic system there as well. 5 acres of land, 15435 Southwest 33rd Street in Ocala, Florida. Great opportunity to own real estate, or maybe if you're a horse enthusiast, zone for agriculture, and you're only 12 minutes to downtown Ocala. Great opportunity. You can see all of our real estate listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, so real estate update for you. Just talk a little bit about real estate. By the way, attention realtors out there, I'm teaching the Win with Sellers class on the 19th. That's going to be Thursday coming up. We've got the 19th is Thursday. I'm teaching that class over at the Pinellas Realtor Organization. Come on out. It's an all-day class. We're going to be teaching and talking about how to win with sellers, how to gain more listings, how to prospect, how to handle the 7-step seller service cycle. So 7 steps to the seller service cycle. We're going to help you with that as well. So looking at a post here recently by Lawrence Young. He's the chief economist of the National Association of Realtors. And he's talking about how the Florida condo market is going to be interesting to watch. There's 2 major forces that are colliding right now. Inventory on condos is soaring, and there's a number of factors there. You're seeing the HOA, the monthly fees rising with condos, and some of the inventory is kind of hanging on because of that, and it's a challenge that kind of evolved from the surf side. So condos are a bit of a challenge. New homes, new construction is another place to look. If you're out there shopping and you're looking at days on market for some of these homes and you're saying, well, I don't really like this current inventory. Some of the resale inventory is just not for me. I'm not liking it. You might want to look at new construction, and our buyer agent team can really help you with that. We've got a great team. Of course, my wife Lindsay and I own and operate the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, KW's number one real estate company in the world. But there's some great opportunities out there. Builders have worked to increase the supply of newly built homes, and they are crafting, it seems to be, in some cases, smaller, more affordable homes based on what buyers are wanting, and the affordability factor playing out there, of course, with Biden inflation hitting a lot of people kind of hard right now at the grocery store, at the gas pumps. We've all kind of seen that, but I would recommend talking about looking at new construction homes. There's a great opportunity there with new construction, and we can help you negotiate that and get a good deal on the real estate space, buying, selling, or investing. Reach out. We'd love to talk to you, or if you want to be put in touch with any of our expert contributors, reach out to the hotline, 727-263-3707. Call or text the show hotline, 727-263-3707. And consumerqb.com. You can see links there to all of our expert contributors at consumerqb.com. Coming up, we've got congressional candidate Rocky Rochford in studio with us. He's running right here locally in Tampa Bay. We're going to be talking with him. Plus, our feel-good story of the day. Beekeeper finds grandfather's long-lost hives thriving in quarry and turns them into millions of colony of millions, that is. More coming up here. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for hanging with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Greatly appreciate everybody supporting the show, reaching out to the program, and supporting all of our expert contributors, supporting the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show and all of our expert contributors. A couple of hot listings here from the Platinum MVP team, and then we're going to talk with Rocky Rochford for Congress. He's running for Congress here locally, so we got to support the good guys here. He's a former U.S. Navy captain, and we're going to talk with him about his campaign and some of the top issues facing folks in the Tampa Bay area and Hillsborough County. We got a property here at 2790 Pinellas Point. This one's in Pinellas County, St. Petersburg, close to the Skyway Bridge. Great opportunity to own real estate here at 2790 Pinellas Point Drive South. 3-bedroom, 3-bath. We have 2236 square feet and an open floor plan, beautifully landscaped. You have solar panels on the roof to reduce your electrical cost. Jacuzzi as well. Great opportunity here at 2790 Pinellas Point Drive South, St. Petersburg. Beautiful real estate listing from the Platinum MVP team. We got a property at 14135 Cypress Circle. This one's in Carrollwood, Tampa. And a lot of folks love this area, man. Carrollwood is a hot place, a hot destination. 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2 carport, 1,308 square feet, single-family home, villa-style condo in Cypress Clusters at Carrollwood Village. You have a covered front porch with beautifully tiled floor. Love the color scheme here. Lighter colors. People really love that right now. Stainless steel appliances, community pool. Beautiful property here in Tampa Bay. Check out 14135 Cypress Circle in Tampa. And you can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
This is God's country.
All right, quick shout out to our friends over at Replenish IV Solutions. Replenish IV Solutions. I love going down to the Gandy location, getting the vitamin infusion drip directly into my bloodstream. ReplenishIVSolutions.com. ReplenishIVSolutions.com. All right, we got Rocky Rochford in the house. Welcome in, Rocky.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for your service as well. Former Navy guy, Navy captain.
Yes, sir. Yeah, 33 and a half years. And my wife and I, we traveled the world.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great, man. Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate the service. I almost played football at the Naval Academy, but that's another story. I played quarterback coming out of school. I ended up playing at USF, played for the Bulls. But I had an opportunity to play quarterback up there, and just didn't go that way. So, but
well,
yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. You know, hey, everybody's got a different theme. So let's look at it here now. You're in your congressional race coming in down to the wire here.
It is. Yep, 55 days, I think.
Yeah. So what do people need to know about Rocky Rochford for Congress?
Well, I mean, first, as you mentioned, you know, my Navy background, 33 years. I'm a problem solver. That's what I do. I've been in operations at the front line for my entire career. I worked. 9/11 was yesterday. I ran the command center at Central Command on 9/11 through that whole horrific event. So, you know, I bring a lot of experience, a lot of leadership that is clearly lacking now. I mean, let's just look at what's happening. Cost of living is out of control.
Yeah.
People can't afford food, you know, gas, electricity, insurance is out of control.
Yep.
You know, crime is up, the border is unsecure, but, you know, for families, credit card debt is at the highest level it's ever been.
Yeah.
And defaulting on credit cards is at the highest level it's ever been.
Right.
So our leadership, right? Kathy Castro's been in that job for 18 years.
Wow.
18 years. What has she done? Not much.
Yeah.
And she's hurting us. She votes against closing the border. She votes against funding the long list. She voted against funding veterans programs.
Wow.
And that should just kill you right there.
Yeah.
And then let's look at the last 4 years. Are we better today? Are we better off than they were 4 years ago?
Absolutely.
And clearly the answer is no.
Right.
You know, we're hurting. America's hurting.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's fantastic at what you guys are doing here with selling houses, but you know, with credit card debt defaulting, credit history and credit numbers are going down the tube for the average American to be able to afford a house.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. And if we don't fix that, this country is going in the wrong direction.
Big time. Yeah, absolutely.
So I asked people, I said, you know, vote with your heart, vote smart. You know, let's find just because there's R's and D's out there, you know, there are some really bad Republicans that I would never vote for, and there are some very, you know, conservative Democrats that I would vote for. You know, I applaud President Trump for bringing in RFK Jr. To his team. And I mean, that's a reach across the aisle that will have epic proportions.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, me too. I agree. And today it just seems more of a of a line than ever. I mean, you look at Castor's record. I'm sure she's supported abortion. She's supported, these open borders. A lot of the stuff that we see too. Sometimes people think, oh, we're in Tampa Bay. We're somewhat disconnected from this open border, but we're really not. We've had Commissioner Wolstall on the show. We've had local Representative Bernie Jacques and others, and they've talked about the crime and the things that are actually happening here in Tampa Bay. Have you seen an influx in crime as well and heard these stories in your communities?
Oh, without any hesitation. And, I've been saying for a long time that the open border has done nothing but bring bad people into this country. Yeah, there's a lot of immigrants, but when you look at how are we going to afford them, that is the problem. How can we as a country afford the social programs to be able to support them? We can't. Yeah. It's an impossibility. Crime is up. And look at the Venezuelan gangs now are spreading their wings. They're the first. There's 30,000 Chinese that came across that border and they were all male, soldier age.
Right.
No families, no children with them. What are they doing here? They going to Disney World? I doubt it.
Yeah, they've got bad intentions, I'm sure. And you know what? It could be a coordinated attack. And who knows? I think there's a great potential for a black swan, something even parallel to a 9/11 that could potentially happen in the next 60 days. I think it might happen before the election because they're probably looking for a reason to declare martial law.
And you're exactly spot on. Mm-hmm. That 9/11 was carried out by 19 men, and they came legally into the country. And they took 2 years to plan all that out.
Yep.
So 60 days, yes, I mean, because of the election. But I really think that a lot of the bad folks who are here are planning, and they're going to take their time to plan it right because they're an enemy within, and they are going to hurt Americans. And 9/11 is going to look like nothing compared to what they're looking to do.
Alex Lima.
Yeah, I think something that's also not talked about as well is all these. We know for a fact these countries are dumping their prisons and their criminals, and criminal empires and organizations are coming over. But one thing that we haven't discussed is their rivals are here as well. So even if they're setting up these little army compounds and stuff around the place, their rival. Whether they're planning an attack, at some point there's going to be war on the streets because rival gangs and cartels are going to be fighting each other right here on U.S. soil.
Good point.
And then you're going to have innocent Americans caught in the crossfire of this stuff.
Yep. So depletion of our services, our paramedics, depletion of the fire.
Hospital, everything.
Yeah, exactly.
First responders.
My wife's a nurse, and we have the woman who introduced us is a good friend of mine, and she lives up in upstate New York, and she runs an ER, and she says it's amazing what's going on in that ER. She works a 12-hour shift, and she's just wiped because it's overloaded. And we've eradicated so many diseases in this country over decades, and now all these countries are bringing them back.
Yep. Yeah,
we're seeing measles and mumps, and whatever and pox is coming.
Yeah, terrible. And where's the COVID cult? Where's the people that would scream at you if you didn't have a mask on? Where are all these people rising up and talking about it, bringing these points up? If you just joined us, we're talking with Rocky Rochford for Congress. He is online at Rocky4, the number 4, Congress.com, Rocky4Congress.com. Support the good guys here in Tampa Bay. And Rocky, what else are you seeing? What else is very topical now?
The children are the foundation of our nation. We see one of the largest socialist organizations in the country is based right here in Tampa. It's called the PSL. It's the Party of Socialism and Liberation. They're based out of USF, and they are huge and they are very well funded. This is the Soros funding, and they fly them all over the country or they bus them.
Wow.
And so the socialism want to take over the United States, and we are probably 4 years from it happening.
Yep.
They say it takes a generation to make that happen.
Right.
Well, we're already 4+ years into this because they've been pushing so hard. The left has,
yep.
And now we're as close as it comes.
Yeah.
So if we don't protect our children, then we are going to lose this country. One of the socialists in their playbook is divide the children from their families.
Exactly.
Get them away from their parents. Let them rely on the government. Go to the government for help.
Yep.
So my very first bill in Congress would be the Children's Bill of Rights.
Yes.
I'm going to create this bill. It's going to take all of the laws that are out there right now that protect children
Yep.
and put them under one roof. And we're gonna care for those kids. And there are so many aspects to it, from their privacy rights to social media. I mean, social media it's good and it's very bad at the same time.
Yep.
And it's very bad for our children. So I'm all about advocating for children and families and bringing families together.
Yeah.
And my opponent, we talk about kids coming out of school that can't read and write at grade level, and here in Hillsborough County, it's very prolific. Wow. And the kids are really hurting. And so the governor's voucher program is fantastic, and I absolutely support that. Guess who doesn't? It's Kathy Castor.
Wow.
Most public schools are failing, and all we're going to do is shut down now. She wants to shut down all these private schools.
Wow.
That's a wrong way to go.
Terrible. Yeah, people need to have choice, school choice. It's crazy too when you see even the leaders of their party, Obama and these guys, getting on stage saying that we're the party that's trying to suppress the vote. No, we want voter ID. How is having a voter ID suppressing the vote? Proving, you have to prove who you are to buy almost anything, cigarettes and alcohol. But to vote, no, they don't want it, right? I mean, it's this party has gone off the rails, and it's like you said, we're literally years away from, some people call it social, I call it full-blown communism, when you talk about taking taxpayer hard-earned dollars, hard-earned money, and what Kamala wants to do is fund transgender surgeries, gender-affirming care with our tax dollars. I mean, these are just radical ideas. They're the radicals, not us.
Yeah, and look what they've done to our military. They're doing the exact same thing to the military. Transgender, this, that. Look, the military's got two jobs. Be ready and fight.
That's right.
And that's it.
Yep, and kick some ass if you have to.
And so my hope is that once I get up to Congress, that the Speaker of the House will put me in the House Armed Services Committee, and I'll tell you what, we're going to kick some ass. We're going to, sorry, can I
love
say
it.
that?
You can say ass.
Okay. I'm pretty emotional about these things, so
I get you.
You lose track. But anyway, there's so much to take care of. The list just goes on and on and on. Veterans, Castor voted against veterans programs twice now, so how can she claim? And on her website, she claims that she's all for veterans.
Right? Yeah, exactly. That's what gets me about it. They're two-faced. They lie. They twist and they misrepresent. And in so many of their programs, if you really were able to say, look, here's the actual fact, here's the truth, they're wrong. They're absolutely wrong, and they're not only wrong, they're radically wrong in so many cases. Rocky, take the final minute or so, summarize your positions, and remind people that they need to get out and vote.
Well, thank you, and I'm honored to be here, and I appreciate everyone who has helped me get onto the air and share some of my thoughts. You can always find me on my website at www.rocky4congress.com. The debate a couple of nights ago, Harris said that she owns a gun and she's not going to take away your guns. Well, you know what? It's not that was a mistruth. It was partial mistruth. Yeah. She may not want to advocate and take everyone's guns away, but she wants to take those AR rifles, the Armalite rifle, Armalite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Your long guns.
Yeah, they call it assault rifle. It's not even an assault. It's actually an Armalite. It's a brand. That's the brand name.
And there's no such thing as an assault rifle.
Yeah.
The rifle doesn't run up and hit anybody. And then she wants to limit the number of rounds in a chamber, and she's, they want to attack every constitutional right that we have, and I'm just, we need the right people up in Washington who are going to vote the right way. I can't be bought. I have the tenacity to fight because I have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And so when you look at folks, when you're deciding who you're going to vote for on November 5th, look at the character of the people that you're voting for. Look at what Kathy Castor's done in office now for 18 years, and how horrible it is. She's had one bill in 18 years where she's been the primary sponsor, and it became enacted. There were actually technically two others, but those were to rename post offices. Just to give you an example, Ana Luna over in Pinellas County has been in that job a year and a half. 15 bills have been enacted. 15 in 1.5 years, 18 years, one bill. Yeah. It's irresponsible, on steroids irresponsible. It really is. So let's get the right person on the job. I'm ready to take the helm. I'm ready to fight for the people of Hillsborough County. Let's get our schools straightened out, safety, you name it. I'm here. Vote for Rocky.
That's right. Rocky4Congress.com. Rocky4Congress.com. Thanks for coming in, Rocky. All right.
Thank you so much.
Taking a quick break. Coming back, we're going to talk with Shane Socash, David Reynolds, Jewelry and Coin here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Check us out online at consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to My Daddy's Show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify. Or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 727-263-3707. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hey, Brandon BRimes here for AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. My wife and I shifted a lot of our buying habits, and we wanted to support companies that support our values. Patriotic, Christian, conservative companies. And you can find that online at AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. Now, what you're doing is you're not spending any new money. You're simply buying a lot of the common purchases that you're buying every month for the kitchen, the bathroom, your shampoos, your laundry detergent, all types of great essential oils, vitamins, herbs, those types of products. And for you beef lovers, we have great beef products as well. Tenderloin, sirloin steaks, grass-fed beef available as well. So check out AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. And I'd love to talk to you if you have any questions about it. There's also business opportunity there for you as well. 813-917-1894. And thank you so much for supporting our company, AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. By simply shifting some of your buying habits, you're going to help support like-minded people, like-minded companies, and that can support you as well.
Lindsay Rhymes here. My husband Brandon and I own the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams, and our team of seasoned agents is ready to help you buy, sell, invest, and love the life you live here in Tampa Bay. Communication, execution, customer service, and bulletproofing transactions are really where our team shines. We service Hillsborough, Pinellas, Manatee, Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus counties, and we have seasoned agents in residential, luxury land, and commercial divisions. Reach out to us, your Christian realtors, and let us help empower you with the right knowledge to make smart decisions with your next transaction. Call us at 727-263-3707 today. Again, that number is 727-263-3707.
Selling commercial, vacant land, or residential properties? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon BRimes. You can reach me at 727-263-3707. Call or text 727-263-3707. Online at consumerqb.com.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon BRimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, Brandon BRimes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Gulf Boulevard, listing on Gulf Boulevard. This is my favorite listing right now. One of my top 5, I'd have to say. This one's on the beach. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,000 square feet, Gulf Boulevard, Unit F, Indian Shores. Great opportunity to buy real estate investment. You can short-term rent this property, 18522 Gulf Boulevard, Unit F. Check out all of our listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.kw.com. All right, we got Shane Socash, David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin. He is the owner, and glad to have him back. Shane Socash, welcome back, sir.
Thanks for having me, Brandon.
Absolutely, my pleasure. What's new in your world, my friend?
You know, a lot of rinse and repeat. We're buying a lot with gold again today, hitting an all-time high once again. It keeps happening, 2555, 2,555, give or take. It means that every little batch of jewelry that someone walks in here with, typically they're walking out with a few grand or a couple thousand, few $1,000s.
Wow,
Yep.
That's amazing. I gotta go through my my jewelry box and see what I got.
It's madness.
It's up there. That's crazy. $2,555 per ounce.
Correct, exactly.
Wow, yeah, that's awesome. How's silver and platinum doing?
Silver's kind of it's high. It's up quite a bit today, and it's hanging in there, but not as high as, you know, a lot of people feel that it should be. They feel that gap between gold and silver should close at some point. So a lot of people are kind of buying silver and hedging and holding and waiting because they feel that the ratio is too great right now.
Yeah, I hear you. Shane Socash here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, Jewelry and Coin, David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin, right here in Pinellas County. We talk a lot about supporting the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show and our expert contributors. And Shane and his company is a great example, located right here in Pinellas County. Shane, so you're buying, selling, and then sometimes trading.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a big part of what we do. Coin collections, estates. You know, we work with a lot of estate attorneys settling out estates, anything that would have jewelry, gold bullion, silver bullion, watches, you know, these types of things. We help the coin collections. We help them with.
Yeah, that's great. And you also have design staff in studio there in your operation. People can design. Some of your team can design awesome jewelry for folks.
Yeah, we do that. As a matter of fact, yesterday, before I got on the phone with you, I'm working on the CAD, the computer design of a client's ring, and then yesterday we finished 3 custom pieces, and we're all they came out fantastic, and we're letting the clients know, come get your custom pieces, and we turn out a lot of jewelry, 6 full-time jewelers here in our store.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, and it's coming into the holiday here, I think people will be looking for that type of opportunity to either get some cash in hand, bring in some gold and sell it, or maybe design a really unique piece.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, our showroom's full of beautiful pieces ready to be purchased also. We do, you know, honestly, we do a lot of everything, lots of services, appraisals, that type of thing. But we also, including selling jewelry, and it's just like right now, I think the buying is just kind of outpacing everything by a little bit, so.
What's that? The buying is?
Us buying, yeah, buying things over the counter, just with gold being so high, and you know, someone brings in a little batch, and it's $2,800 or whatever, and they go home and tell their friends, and all their friends put together a little batch.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. People need the money right now, that's for sure. Their wallets are hurting. Shane Socash, David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin. Find him online, and also come down and visit him in person. What's the address?
4009 Central Avenue, corner of Central Avenue and 40th Street.
All right. Shane Socash, David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Thanks, Shane.
Take care.
All right. Hey, another great show. Andrew Kube, Rocky Rochford from Congress, and, of course, Shane Socash, David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin, joining me and Alex Lima in studio here on the phone. Greatly appreciate you spending the time with us on the Consumer Quarterback Show, online at consumerqb.com. Please give us a follow on social media at BrandonRimes1, at CQB Show, and we'll see you next time.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes.